It's the Trump effect in action, guys. Shares of Donald Trump's media company, Trump Media and Technology Group, have been moving wildly in the weeks leading up to the presidential elections. And most recently, the stock price propelled Donald Trump's company to $10 billion, which is actually beating the market value of even X, formerly known as Twitter. Trump Media, which owns the X lookalike social media platform called Truth Social, has at times traded like a proxy for sentiment of Donald Trump's perceived chances of winning the U.S. presidential election on November 5th. And it looks like the market is betting hard on Donald Trump to win this one. Things got so crazy, guys. DJT shares had to be halted for trading.
The thing with Trump Media shares, given the fact that Donald Trump owns about 60% of the stock, is that it typically trades closely with the betting odds. So we've been tracking a number of betting markets that have been shifting up and to the right for Donald J. Trump to return to the White House. What we saw today with some of those volatility halts, by my count, it was about 5 of them to the up and downside, is just simply an overwhelming amount of activity and volatility. We saw volumes about 6 times of what's normal in the first hour. So when you see investors, whether that's retail traders who are pushing their investments on things like Reddit or Truth Social itself, or Wall Street professionals, or even just options traders, that's what we can see with some of these wild swings to the up and downside. And just looking at today, it's really emblematic of what we've been tracking when you even look back to when this SPAC deal was announced back in October 2021.
Has generally been up and to the right, even if there is volatility on an intraday basis. 272% at least was the number we counted yesterday over the last 5 trading weeks. Is it really the eye of the storm when it comes to the so-called Trump trade? What other names have been involved in Meme World?
It's the biggest one to keep an eye on, and it is really the most indicative. Obviously, it trades under DJT. That's Trump's initials. So the ticker symbol is actually that closely tied and aligned with the former president. We also keep an eye on Rumble. They're a Peter Thiel-backed video platform, typically skewing towards a more conservative audience, trying to also rally against big tech. The company is also in partnerships with Trump Media itself. We keep an eye on Funware, which really seems to be more of, at least when I talk to investors, more of a gambling mechanism. It was associated with some of the past Trump campaigns, though it doesn't appear to be tied towards the 2024 re-election campaign, but that also has gotten swept up in the shift as well.
Now, seriously, guys, by the looks of things, it seems like people are already counting on President Donald Trump to save this great country. And you know what's behind him? His fellow billionaire and ex-owner Elon Musk, someone Kellyanne Conway described as a vanguard of freedom. Watch.
And I think that speaks volumes about Trump's not afraid to have smart people with him. He wants the best and brightest as he sees it. People talk about his ego. I don't know. He's willing to bring all these people in. Elon Musk, and Vivek Ryan. Anyway, I want you to speak to that, if you would, Kellyanne, because it just strikes me that Kamala broke it. OK, I get that. But he's going to fix it. And this new group is going to make sure that he's going to fix it. And that's what voters want.
It's a great contrast. You both work for Donald Trump in the White House. You know he doesn't try to substitute for his team. He tries to supplement it. And he made that clear when he announced Corey Lewandowski coming back this summer. He actually said in his quote, "Many great men and women from our previous 2 campaigns want to help us in this one. Quote, we're going to take as many as we can." That's Donald Trump in full. Also, I think too much has been made of all the celebrities around Kamala Harris. These folks aren't necessarily celebrities. Some of them clearly are. But when young men particularly think of Elon Musk, they think of the future. They think of a guy who's in space. And when the rocket doesn't launch, it melts down on the pad. He says, let's try it again. And who knows what we'll find in space? Cures for disease, the future. They see the future. They also know that he rescued Twitter. 4 years ago, as we sit here, New York Post couldn't be on Twitter. They have been taken off of Twitter by Jack Dorsey because they dare tell the truth about Hunter's laptop. So lots of people see Elon Musk as a vanguard for freedom. He's got a lot of former Democrats like RFK Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard who ran against him for president. I think what the untold story, though, is what they all represent, beginning with Trump, which is forget about random Republican X and random Republican Y who worked for John McCain and Mitt Romney and the Bushes, who's endorsed Kamala Harris. Whoop-de-doo. You're not telling the story, mainstream media, about the tens of millions should-be, would-be Democratic rank-and-file voters who are going towards Trump. You can have the 100, 200, 500 Republicans who have endorsed Kamala. I'll take the tens of millions of union households, African Americans, Hispanic Americans, young people, Jewish American voters, all these core Democratic constituencies that are migrating slowly but surely to Donald Trump. And they're doing that because his closing message is optimistic. It's to heal and unify the nation. There's nothing healing about the ellipse tonight in January 6th redux. Last point, Kamala Harris, what happened to her is what happens to everybody. Hillary Clinton, all the people who ran against Trump in the primaries this time and 8 years ago. They get addled with Trump derangement syndrome. All they can do is see Trump. There's no cure. There's no therapeutic. It's a disease that wrecks your nervous system, and she's got it. She can't be positive and optimistic and joyful.
You know what, guys? I am super close to upgrading my X profile to premium membership. A lot of my friends have already done so. They say that they're happy to support Elon Musk and the free speech platform that he's hosting via X. Because the more we support Elon Musk and former President Donald Trump, the more Democrats are foaming at the mouth to take it all away. I mean, you guys know about the daily $1 million giveaway Elon Musk is doing right now, right? Well, the Democratic Philadelphia DA just sued him over it. Check this out.
We do have some breaking news. As we've just learned, the Philadelphia district attorney is suing Elon Musk's super PAC, just issuing this statement moments ago. This is from the Philadelphia district attorney's office's website. Quote, the Philadelphia district attorney is charged with protecting the public from public nuisances and unfair trade practices, including illegal lotteries. The DA is also charged with protecting the public from interference with the integrity of elections. Today, the Philadelphia DA filed a civil legal action under Pennsylvania law. This civil action neither precludes nor requires potential future action under Pennsylvania criminal law. The Philadelphia DA will litigate the factual allegations and legal arguments that underlie today's filing on the record and in the court. They titled this statement, DA Krasner Statement Regarding Civil Action to Enjoin Lottery by America PAC. America PAC is Elon Musk's super PAC. And I did want to share some video with you. This is some video of Elon Musk awarding $1 million to a registered voter. Previously, he has awarded several people $1 million. Elon Musk, the billionaire founder of Tesla and SpaceX, as well as the owner of X, he has pledged to give away $1 million a day to voters for signing his political action committee's petition backing the Constitution. Now, the giveaway has raised questions among some election experts who say it is a violation of the law to link a cash handout to signing a petition that also requires a person to be registered to vote. Democratic Governor Josh Shapiro of Pennsylvania, the state's former attorney general, he expressed that concern about the plan previously, saying, quote, I think there are real questions with how he is spending money in this race, how the dark money is flowing, not just into Pennsylvania, but apparently now into the pockets of Pennsylvanians. And Elon Musk is a big supporter of former President Trump. In fact, speaking at his Madison Square rally yesterday in New York City. But we did want to share the very latest in breaking news, as we have learned that the Philadelphia district attorney has now sued Elon Musk's super PAC to stop giving voters $1 million. And once again, that is just part of that statement that the DA's office has issued on their website, saying, quote, today, the Philadelphia DA filed a civil legal action under Pennsylvania law. This civil action neither precludes nor requires potential future action under Pennsylvania criminal law. The Philadelphia DA will litigate the factual allegations and legal arguments that underlie today's filing on the record and in the court.
So the guy's giving away $1 million and they stop him? Like, who freaking does that? And since when is it illegal to give away your money? Doesn't Philadelphia have a crime and drug problem to worry about? Does that mean that's solved and this is the DA, which is looking over things because they have nothing else to do with their time? I mean, seriously, guys, no wonder Donald Trump says Kamala Harris runs a campaign of absolute hate.
And she's running on a campaign of demoralization and really a campaign of destruction. But really, perhaps more than anything else, it's a campaign of hate. It's a campaign of absolute hate. And, you know, I said yesterday that She's a vessel. She is a vessel. It's a very big, powerful party with smart people. I have to be smart. But it's vicious. They're vicious, and they're perhaps even trying to destroy our country. Because who would want open borders where millions of people can flow in from prisons and from gangs, the worst gang members anywhere in the world? Who would want this for our country? Who would want all of these transgender operations all over the place, like at will? Even if you're in detention, I want a transgender. These are things she stood for. Who wants to defund the police? She's wanted her whole career to defund the police. She only changed recently. She changed on 15 different items. Fracking. She was against fracking at the highest level. Wouldn't even think about it. Now all of a sudden, oh, I'd like fracking very much. But they change after the election in about 2 minutes, and I think Pennsylvania understands that. After 2 assassination attempts in just over 3 months, her lies and her slanders are very shameful and really inexcusable. And I can say that if I were president and somebody was being threatened, openly threatened like they've threatened me, I would say, if you do that, even if this was an opponent who I disliked, if you do that, we will obliterate your entire country, and it would all stop. But they wouldn't make that statement. They won't make that statement. And essentially, that statement has been made by other presidents, even concerning their opponents, as you know.
I mean, just look at what they're doing in Philadelphia. Democratic Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner, he filed a lawsuit attempting to stop the $1 million giveaway to swing state voters. Retiring President Joe Biden ripped billionaire Elon Musk for it, and he also said that it's totally inappropriate. Sounds like he's totally just hating on Elon Musk, if you ask me. So instead of celebrating the new voter engagement initiative by Musk-backed America PAC, Krasner says in his lawsuit that Musk must be stopped immediately before the upcoming presidential election on November 5th. Now, Elon Musk isn't forcing anybody to join the raffle. Neither is he requiring these people to vote for Donald Trump, mind you. To be specific, Elon Musk is awarding cash to registered voters in 7 swing states who sign an online petition expressing support for the Constitution's protection of the freedom of speech and the right to bear arms. Now, again, not to vote for Donald Trump nor Republicans. America PAC has also gotten support from some other big names on Wall Street, including Palantir co-founder Joe Lonsdale and the Winklevoss twins. But nope, no dice for Democrats. For the Philadelphia DA, it's this illegal lottery scheme to influence voters in that election. Now, honestly, they're just worried that Elon Musk's giveaway will actually excite conservatives in the states where polling is essentially tied between Trump and his foe, Democratic Vice President Kamala Harris. Now, it's obvious enough, considering that it was the Joe Biden-Harris Justice Department that first reportedly warned Elon Musk that his daily $1 million raffle could violate a federal law that prohibits paying people to register to vote. But the feds really haven't taken any action to stop it. So yeah, it looks like they're now resorting to the lawfare tactics again. No surprise here, and this time it's the Tesla CEO that they're targeting, considering that he's doing his part to rev up swing state voters in key states of Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. What? Democrats are now suddenly afraid of people showing up to vote, and it's 100% legit? That's right, guys. The top prize of $1 million has already gone to 9 people, 4 in Pennsylvania and 1 apiece in Michigan, Arizona, Nevada, North Carolina, and Wisconsin, according to America PAC's website. And so far, they're still planning to announce another winner each day ahead of the 2024 November 5th election. Now, on top of that, guys, everybody gets something, as Elon Musk's initiative is offering $47 for petition signers who refer additional registered voters to sign the petition, plus a $100 bonus for signers who are from Pennsylvania. And yet, like the party poopers that they are, Democrats, they want to stop all the fun and stop the gravy train from stopping by. Dude, the Dems are straight up hating on this guy, and they're hating on the recipients of this money. What do you guys think? Drop me a quick yes in the comments down below. Hit the like button down below to also show your support and to help get this message out to even more like-minded people. And if you haven't already, I highly recommend subscribing to the channel and tapping that notification bell. All right, guys? That way you can be officially a part of the YouTube community and also to help get the truth out to even more freedom-loving Americans. All right? Sound good? Great. So now we need to talk about this blowout news of Donald Trump media, guys. Pardon the pun, guys. Trumps the estimated value of Elon Musk's X as election day is just around the corner. So what I did there? Now, specifically, Donald Trump's media and technology group with the ticker symbol DJT is now valued at over $10 billion after its shares more than quadrupled since late September. I mean, we're talking about Apple, Amazon, Microsoft numbers here, guys. Meanwhile, X Holdings, which has been taken private 2 years ago, is valued at around $9.4 billion, based on the most recent value that the investment group Fidelity assigned to its stake in the company. Now, seriously, guys, in one day, Truth Social's stock rose almost 9% to $34.17. Now, this was while X received 706.2 million visits last month. Meanwhile, Truth Social received 13.5. So yeah, what we've got here are traders betting hard on Donald Trump winning the November 5th election. And considering how Donald Trump owns 57% of the company, his stake is now worth almost $4 billion. And Musk isn't seeing this as a loss. In fact, the billionaire is still one of Donald Trump's most ardent supporters of his re-election bid. Elon Musk officially endorsed Donald Trump over the summer when the 45th president survived the first assassination attempt of his life this election cycle and has since joined the campaign trail in the key battleground state of Pennsylvania to rally support and encourage people to vote. He's also not afraid to put his money where his mouth is. Along with making appearances at rallies and leading town halls in support for Donald Trump, Elon Musk has contributed more than $70 million to the campaign. I mean, can you imagine those kinds of numbers and what they're doing for Trump's campaign? Again, guys, the Trump effect is now in action. Further proof of Elon Musk's impact, Kamala Harris trying to use the billionaire against Donald Trump. You see, they're not just going up against Trump anymore. They've upped their attacks and they're now including ads targeting the Tesla and SpaceX owner. The top super PAC supporting Kamala Harris, Future Forward USA Action, produced the two ads that were in the heaviest rotation among all ads on swing state screens in the first 3 weeks of October. One of the ads features a shot of Elon Musk in a tuxedo as a Pennsylvania voter says, "The 1% don't serve anybody but themselves." I don't know, giving away $1 million a day to average Americans certainly sounds like the 1% are actually hooking up the non-1%s. What do y'all think though? They're also trying to discredit Elon Musk like they've been doing to Donald Trump. The idea, according to Evan Roth-Smith, a left-leaning pollster, is to try to portray Trump as being a stooge for the wealthy and corporate America, as if people would actually believe that. This is coming from a left-leaning pollster, mind you. In fact, they're bankrolling this big time as a top-performing message for Democrats among swing state voters and a potential issue that dislodges some of these Nikki Haley Republicans who are skeptical of his tax policy. But really, the truth is, they're just scared. No less than Pennsylvania Democratic Senator John Fetterman, who supports Kamala Harris and won a hard-fought contest in the Commonwealth 2 years ago, underlined that Elon Musk has a lot of appeal. He describes Elon Musk as Tony Stark's, aka Iron Man, to a lot of people. And for the independent-minded senator, that's really going to matter. While Trump is leading this campaign of unity and making America great again, Kamala Harris continues to run what Trump described as a campaign of absolute hate. He said that very simply, Kamala Harris is the worst vice president in history. Her message to Americans is all division and hate. He compared it to his own message, which is about saving our economy, securing our border, and bringing together the greatest and broadest coalition in American history. Our former president also said that Kamala is a campaign of demoralization and really a campaign of destruction. He called the vice president a vessel for a very big, powerful party with smart people who he said are vicious and they're perhaps even trying to destroy our country. He pointed out that after 2 assassination attempts in just over 3 months, her lies and her slanders are very shameful and really inexcusable. Just look at what the mainstream media and Kamala Harris's allies did to Donald Trump's Madison Square Garden mega rally. They claimed it was a Nazi rally at the famous venue in the 1930s, despite an abundance of Jewish attendees and Israeli flags. And what makes it so different from Democrats, including former President Bill Clinton holding events at this famed arena? I mean, the freaking New York Knicks play their home games at Madison Square Garden every time. I mean, come on. Will Hillary and the Democrats call the NBA team, the New York Knicks, Nazis too. It's just ridiculous, right? It's like they're calling all the thousands of genuine Trump supporters Nazis. MSNBC, for one, put a spotlight on the venue where a pro-Nazi rally occurred in 1939, even though Madison Square Garden has been rebuilt several times and the current edition wasn't even completed until 1969, 30 years later. The network even declared that Donald Trump's event was particularly chilling because it was held in the same arena that once hosted supporters of a different fascist leader, Adolf Hitler. I mean, then President Franklin D. Roosevelt held an event at Madison Square Garden the year after the infamous 1939 event. But nope, when Trump does it, it's fascism. It's just plain ridiculous. Or to put it in Democrats' words, it's weird with a capital W. As retired NYPD Inspector Paul Morrow pointed out, for a Nazi rally, there were an awful lot of Israeli flags in the building. Stop Anti-Semitism founder and executive director Leora Rez even had to speak up about it, saying that equating either presidential nominee or their supporters to the Nazi regime is a dangerous trivialization of the real horrors committed by Hitler. It dishonors the millions who were murdered and the brave who fought to end his tyranny. Former White House press secretary Ari Fleischer, whose relatives actually died during the Holocaust, said Democrats making Nazi comparisons their closing argument in the election, it's the dumbest thing they could do politically. But hey, it's Kamala Harris we're talking about here, right? Let's not underestimate how far and how dumb and how low the great flip-flopper can go when it comes to trying to win this election. So this is why we always have to be vigilant, you guys. You never know what they may be up to next. So definitely subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. That way you'll know for sure as soon as the latest updates in this presidential race come out. In fact, we just dropped another video for you guys on the channel. It's about Kamala Harris and the Democrats losing yet another major endorsement, and this could possibly seriously lose them the election. Details in that video. Make sure you guys check that video out next, right over here. Appreciate you guys hitting the like button and subscribing. Click on this next video over here. I'll see you guys on the next one.